The best part about making videos is that you get to explore so many countries and so many different pathways, and sometimes I also connect with locals through my network and I get a lot more info for you. And to me, it almost feels like traveling there or living there or really getting to experience the country not on a superficial level, but from a real level. And in today's video, I'm going to discover yet another country with you, which has two amazing benefits. First of all, the government of this country is offering a relocation allowance of 3,444 euros. Don't ask me how they came up with that number, but more than 3,400 euros if you want to move there. So any foreigner who wants to move there, the government will cover your relocation costs of up to 3,400 euros. And also they have abolished work permits. Yes, you don't need any work visa to live and work there if you fall under certain categories. Last but not the least, this country is in Europe, so make sure you stick around. Namaste, my name is Nidhi Nagori and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're discovering Europe together, and the beautiful country that we are in is Lithuania. Now I'm sure some of you are like, what? Never heard of it? Where is it? Why are we talking about this? Well, first of all, it's in Europe. Secondly, it opens you up to European opportunities because I have had some work there and I know it's a beautiful, beautiful place. But if you don't like it, this can be a stepping stone for you to get your foot in the door, and it can open you up to European opportunities, also a potential EU Blue Pass, which will allow you to work anywhere within Europe. If you're wondering, Nidhi, how do you know about Lithuania? Well, like I said, I've had some work exposure. But apart from that, the job support service that we have been providing, we have seen some success for our candidates in some offbeat locations. Lithuania is, of course, one of them. So today, I'm going to discover Lithuania with you, and I have an amazing government website. So let's go ahead and do a deep dive into Lithuania. The first thing you want to do is go into whatever browser you're using and then just look this up, work in Lithuania. The first thing that you'll see, you can see it's sponsored. Literally, the government is running ads. This is a government website, by the way. The first one that you see is Work in Lithuania. It's a beautiful website. That's the first thing I want to say, like amazing UI UX. So kudos to the government for spending so much money. It says apply, get hired, and then of course relocate. It has a lot of amazing info about discover Lithuania, browse jobs, etc. And then it says, Lithuania means opportunities, and international companies in tech, finance, engineering are thriving in Lithuania, blah, blah, blah. It also gives you a list of, some of the major companies that are there, that are hiring, and what you can expect. Now here, what I like is, of course, the Discover Lithuania part, which you can read at your own convenience, but also obviously the Browse Jobs section. This is about 230 jobs on the day that I'm shooting the video. I think the day I looked it up, I'd say 2 weeks ago, it was 224. A couple of weeks ago, it was, I'd say 300 something. So I've never seen it above 300, but then I've only discovered it recently. Keep in mind that jobs keep coming and going. So if you track it on a regular basis, you'll see more success. So this has about 230 jobs right now. A lot of filters that are there. If you're wondering, are they going to be English jobs? Yes, you are in luck because there's a filter for that, if I remember correctly. So if you keep scrolling down towards the left, there is a language filter. I'm just waiting for it to pop up. There you go. So it says English, French, German, Russian, blah, blah, blah. I'm only going to put the English filter on, and then I will search for options. Let's see how many jobs are available. So once we updated the filter for language, I see about 225 jobs. Now you can also do a search for, the type of work that you do: analytics, aviation, consulting and research, education and training, engineering, graphic design, human resource, etc. I'm gonna do accounting and financial services because that's what I understand the best. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead to this opportunity here, which seems like it was added 59 minutes ago. This is a billing supervisor. This is with Amerisource Bergen. They have 17 positions that's open. So again, please don't count this to be one role because they have 17 jobs that are open. The average salary is about 3,500 euros per month. Not bad. I've already opened up, like if you go to visit website, it'll take you to careers, and I went to the careers section. I already filtered out. Oh boy, like somehow these filters kind of get a little to me because they want to know so much about your preferences. Nobody cares about my preference so much except these cookies and filters. So I've already done all of that. I went to the career section here and then I looked up the role. Bunch of openings in Lithuania, 26 roles actually. And I looked up like the accountant role. There's also the billing supervisor that we were looking at that you can also look at. There's a whole bunch of responsibility. And then here you go. It says 1 year of experience and then good decision-making skills, data entry, etc. Ability to communicate, blah, blah, blah. So that's, I think, a pretty good job description. They also have an amazing salary range. and there's a schedule in terms of full-time. So it does give you the info as to what salary you can expect and what is going to be the work like. So you can go through and analyze individual opportunities that fit you like this on this particular portal. I will, as always, leave the links in the description box or in the pinned comment, so make sure you check everything out. Now, if you are somebody who's particular about your pay scale, somebody who wants to go by the keyword search, etc., you can do all of that very easily here. So you can put in the salary, you can also, if you want to work for a certain kind of company, you can do that. Remote roles, you can look for that. I would recommend that, when it comes to the type of job, I would recommend look for full-time, because that's where you can expect visa sponsorship. Part-time, freelance, all of that is not where visa sponsorships happen. Now, that being said, if you're somebody who is not looking for visa sponsorship, just wants to, get a European job and wants to do it remote from your place, that's great. What you can do is just click on the freelance opportunity and then go ahead from there. Keep in mind, some of the jobs might require local language because that's something that we face in Europe all the time. But then some jobs might not require the local language as well, just like the one that I showed you. You have to navigate around these openings and see what fits your experience, what fits your education, what fits your background the best. Now let's come to my favorite part, which is a smooth relocation. Anytime there's a conversation about money, and somebody giving me money, just I'm so happy about it. So this is what I love about Lithuania. You can see make Lithuania your home. It is the same website. It's just a different web page on the website itself. Settling in Lithuania is easier than you think. Here's the key information on migration procedures and tips for smooth integration. There's a step-by-step relocation guide as well, because they do understand that, it's a very difficult move. Moving countries is never easy. So they have before you move, they also have after you move. It does look similar to the Malta website, I would say. But again, I think this is much more detailed. So they have a before you move section, which has necessary documents, getting help with relocation, relocating with your family, bringing your pet, finding accommodation, and then, stuff that you have to do afterwards, after you land there, like opening a bank account, relocation incentive, etc. Now let's go on to this relocation incentive. As you can see, this is available for two types of people, highly skilled employees and then Ukrainian nationals as well. If you are not from Ukraine, which is most of my audience, then I think we should apply for the highly skilled workers. So this is the document, relocation incentive for employees. Here you can see it applies to both foreign nationals and Lithuanian expats. Anybody who's moving between Jan 1st, 2022 to May 31st, 2025, the timeline is already mentioned here, you can apply for this relocation allowance, and you can see it's 3,444 euros. No idea how they came up with this cost, okay? Please, no idea. And they have a full incentive roadmap. So first step is to get a job in Lithuania. You have to move and then you have to work for at least 6 months. And then after that, you can apply for this amount of money. The only eligibility criteria is that you must not have been a permanent resident for the last 5 years. You should have a open-ended employment contract. You must be in a profession that's in the shortage and receive a monthly salary of at least 3,400 euros. Apart from that, there are also some exceptions that you can look at, and they have some application requirements. It's a very simple process in terms of applying. Nothing crazy. They have a very simple gateway that they've integrated here, and you can just go ahead and do it. They also have a contact page where if you have any questions, you can reach out to them here. I don't think you would have any questions here because I think it's pretty straightforward. What you might have question on is the work in Lithuania, like the portal itself, or if you have any question in terms of the companies or discovering Lithuania, etc. That I think would be something to reach out to them for. All in all, it's a pretty amazing opportunity because it's very simple and you can see the government website. This is like one of the very few government websites that looks so neat and pretty. If you remember the Norway website that I had showed in a couple of videos ago, if you haven't watched that video, I'll link it in the description box or I'll put it in the eye somewhere here. So please go ahead and watch it. But I had introduced the Norway website also, and while it was very informative, it wasn't this beautiful looking. I think aesthetics is so important and highly underrated. I don't remember even the Malta website to be this pretty. I think the Malta website was definitely much more detailed, but it wasn't this good looking. I'm sorry, I'm social media baby. For me, aesthetics really matter. And I think it's just human eye, right? Like, I know beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Please don't come at me with that. But I just feel like having good UI UX on a government website does show that you're serious about whatever you're saying on that website. Now let's come to the last part, which is a work permit is not needed. Like I said, it's not needed in certain professions. As you can see on the screen, I've already opened up the work in Lithuania part, this is from the immigration website. Keep in mind that all governments keep multiple websites. This is more detailed and immigration kind of a website, so it's not as user-friendly as the work in Lithuania one, because that's just to move for work. This is, what to expect in Lithuania overall. So it's a very detailed government website, again, not as pretty. But let's look at the work permit thing. So when are foreigners not required to obtain a work permit or a decision on compliance? So there are two things. Either you need a work permit or a decision on compliance. Decision on compliance is basically your employer has gone ahead and tried to hire a local, didn't find anyone. But you will be exempt from that requirement, and you will also be exempt from obtaining a work permit as a foreigner. I want you to come to this point. A foreigner whose profession is included in the list of professions of which there is a shortage of workers in the Republic of Lithuania. They have a full list here, and you can go ahead and click this one here, like this here. This will take you to the list. It is in Lithuanian language, so you'll have to go ahead and copy paste and put it in Google Translate. I've done that already, and that's how I know there's a full list, but I would highly recommend it if you're interested in knowing whether it would apply to you or not. This is the pointer. Apart from that, the other conditions are same like any other European country. This is the main one that's not available in any other European country. So if you fall in any of these professions, you don't need a work visa. You're exempt from having a work permit in Lithuania. And on that note, this amazing video has come to an end. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope this video was informative. Please let me know in the comments below if you had heard about Lithuania before this video, if you knew the financial incentive, the fact that you don't need a work permit, etc, etc. If you did, I want to know your source, and I want to know that in the comment section. As always, we're always open to suggestions and thoughts. If you would want any kind of service or assistance from us, I'll leave the link to our job support service or any other info that might help you that relates to our service in the description box below. I promise to see you in my next video. Until then, please make sure you give Lithuania a chance, go through these amazing websites, and let me know what you think of this beautiful country. Until we meet again, please take care of yourself, stay safe. Namaste.